Alright, I know, I literally just made a video on how Ogerpon Box might be back and all that fun stuff, but there have been some very significant updates to the deck that I feel like I need to share. So here's Ogerpon Box is back, part 2, I guess. Let's get into it. What is up? How's it going? Welcome back to the Totodile gang, the friendliest gang in all of Pokemon, or if you're new around here, welcome. And today we are talking about this new addition to Ogerbox that actually makes this deck pretty dang nasty, and it's N's plan. Real quick, if you're one of the 77% that watches my videos that is not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, join the Totodile gang, you will not regret it. Alright, let's get into the video. Now, if you don't know what the Ogerpon Box deck does, it's pretty self-explanatory. You use all the freaking Ogerpons, or not all of them, not the fire type one. But the other 3 Ogerpons we do use in this deck. We use them as an energy accelerator, as attackers. We have all sorts of different options between stall with Cornerstone and spread with Wellspring, and then just straight energy acceleration with Teal Mask. But this deck hasn't really been that good pretty much since the Terra Box days. But I really do think that N's plan might be able to change that just a little bit. I don't know if it's going to bring it back to the glory days, but I do really think that it will bring it back to being a mid deck in the meta where you can very likely win local tournaments with this deck. So, what does N's plan do? Well, if y'all remember Poppy, it is pretty dang similar to Poppy, except you get to move 2 energies from any of your benched Pokemon to your active Pokemon. Whereas with Poppy, you could only move 2 energies from one Pokemon to another. So, we prefer N's plan because you could hypothetically have 2 Teal Masks down, use both of their Teal dances, attach one single energy to your main Wellspring Mask Ogerpon or Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, hopefully that being a Prism energy, and then you can N's plan the 2 grass energies off of your Teal Masks onto that active to have it instantly be attacking. And that's on top of the 4 energy switches that this deck already runs to be able to manipulate the energies on their board so that they can use the right attackers for the right situations. Overall, I'm not going to go too in-depth with this right now because if you really want to learn how this deck works, go watch my last video. I think I do a better job of explaining it. This video is really just to show y'all how this deck can work with the N's plan in the deck. So if y'all are curious, as opposed to my last Ogerpon Box video, I literally just removed the Bravery Charms and tossed in 2 N's plans. I think I also took out 1 Grass Energy and made... Oh, and then I added in 1 water energy, or 1 psychic energy. Either way, very minimal changes from the last Ogerpon Box deck. So if you're interested in learning how this deck works from the very start, I would go watch that video, and then come back to this, and then watch how it plays now with the N's plan. Alright, let's take a look at some of the matchups for the Ogerpon Box deck. As you can see here, there isn't a ton of information in online tournaments, but we play extremely well into Zoroark, Charizard Dusknoir, Cynthia's Garchomp, Hydreigon, Archludon, Dragapult Charizard, Charizard Pidgeot, Ethan's Typhlosion, Grimmsnarl Frostlass we play pretty well into, Joltik we're getting more to a 50-50, Ho-Oh Armarouge pretty close to a 50-50, all of these guys actually are a 50-50 matchup. Pretty much same with Dragapult, that's pretty 50-50, Dragapult Dusknoir, dang near 50-50. Goldango, dang near 50-50. So, like, a lot of these top decks, you have a chance into. Gardevoir, not so much. Gardevoir is pretty bad. we got a 37% win percentage in a Gardevoir. That's not what you want to see. But that's a lot of decks in this upper half that are, like, actually good. Obviously, these top ones are kind of just silly. But like the Charizard Dusknoirs, the N's Zoroarks, Garchomp still kind of exists, technically. But Dragapult Charizard isn't going anywhere. Ethan's Typhlosion isn't going anywhere. Grimmsnarl Frostlass isn't going anywhere. And because we play so many Teal masks, any deck that's weak to grass, we have an advantage. And because we play Wellspring, some of these bigger decks, we have the opportunity to Torrential Pump early and take a huge lead in setup and prize cards. So, like, as far as matchups go, you have at least a 50-50 matchup with every good deck except for Raging Bolt, Flareon, and Gardevoir. And I guess Crustle, but that's, like, pretty self-explanatory. At least with Goldengo and Dragapult Dusknoir, it's a little under 50, but it's damn close. It's close enough that I'm not too worried about that matchup. So, like, overall, this plays well into so many decks. Especially if y'all don't have that much Guardy in your meta. Terra, like, the Ogerpon Box, this is a great play for local competitions. It got second. It went 4-1 at the Worlds tournament that I went to on Saturday. That gave me the inspiration to make this video. So, like, this is a really good deck. Alright, and now let's go take a look at the deck list that we are going to be running today. I'm excited to break this down for y'all. Once again, I'm not going to be going too in-depth with this, as I literally just made an Ogerbox video a week or two ago, and this is damn near exactly the same. We run the same Pokemon count. We literally just change up a few of the energies and a few of the trainers, and that's it. So, I'm really excited to show you guys this list, but it's really fun. We got the Cornerstone for Stall, Teal Mask for Energy Excel, Lillie's Clefairy is here to deal with Dragapult, Raging Bolt, and just to hit for a decent amount of damage, especially if your opponent has an Area 0 in play. So that can help us against the Eevee boxes of the world. If they want to stack their bench, we go, okay, Lillie's Clefairy. Wellspring Mask Ogerpon obviously is here for the spread attack and for Sob. Sob is extremely important in this deck because we want a little bit of time to get set up. And as you will see in the gameplay, there are so many decks that use utility Pokemon that do not have attacks that they can realistically use for a good amount of damage. So, sobbing those Pokemon and just not allowing your opponent to do anything for multiple turns is extremely effective and can really get in your opponent's head. Then obviously we got the Bloodmoon Ursaluna for the late game finishing attacks, Fezandipiti because every deck needs Fezandipiti for the most part. Iron Bundle is so clutch, especially because we play Sob. If your opponent has like one Pokemon up in the active that they really want to be in the active, and they're like, okay, go ahead and Sob, we can go Psych, Nest Ball, Iron Bundle, make them push somebody else up that we can then trap into the active. And as an all-basic deck, of course, we need Latias to get our Pokemon in and out of the active for free. We got Mew as a little bit of extra card draw, and him and Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon are our only ways to get through a Crustle. So, those are both very important to keep in mind if/when you do come up against Crustle walls. Excuse me. The Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon and the Mew are going to be our only shots to win that. And since we want to get up and going very quickly, we do run Squawkabilly. So if we have a pretty meh hand, usually we'll have at least a Nest Ball or an Ultra Ball, and we can go get Squawkabilly and just get ourselves some new cards. As far as the trainers, I'm not going to break them down each one by one, but End's Plan obviously is the big addition to this deck. That is the big difference between the last video I made and this one. I am so excited about End's Plan. It makes setup so much easier. You don't have to only rely on the energy switches, it's just really nice. The energy switches are awesome, but End's Plan is so much better. And as you can see, we do play 2 Ogre's Masks. If y'all didn't know, this is an item that allows you to switch one of the Ogerpon EXs from your discard pile with one on your board. And you keep the same damage, the same energies, the same effects on that Pokemon, but if you have, say, a Teal Mask in the active with 2 energies, and you need to go get, say, a Wellspring Mask or a Cornerstone Mask from your discard pile, you can Ogre's Masks and just switch them. And then you just attach one, and then you're attacking. So Ogre's Mask is so nice because you can set up a Teal Mask, allow your active to get knocked out, be it a Wellspring, be it a Cornerstone, and then push forward that Teal Mask with the 2 energies, Ogre's Mask, attach a Prism or a Legacy or whatever, and then you're just instantly attacking again. It is so fun. And another difference between the last video and this one is that we do run 3 Prism energies, as they are a little bit more important to us now. We need the ability to use that Torrential Pump, to use that Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon attack, I forget what it's called, more consistently, and so Prism energy is our answer there. And same as before, we're playing the Legacy energy because it forces our opponent, hopefully, to do a 2-2-1-2 line instead of just doing a 2-2-2 line in terms of prize cards. We are obviously an all EX deck, so if we can make them just take a single prize knockout when they're actually knocking out a 2-prizer, that can genuinely save us an entire turn and potentially win us the game just by forcing them to take one more knockout. And that's pretty much all I got on the newer version of Ogerpon Box. I really just think this is a super fun deck. Again, it reminds me of playing Box back in the day, which I got pretty decent at, so I still feel like I have a lot of the Box like instincts still, you know? But it'll definitely take some practice to get better at running this list in particular with no Noctowl. Obviously, we're relying on some different things to get up and going. But no matter what, this will always have a soft spot in my heart. And this version of Ogerpon Box, I think, is easily the best Ogerpon Box we've seen since Box back in Milwaukee times, you know, a couple months back. Which I really do think was a top 5 deck in the meta. Very, very, very briefly, unfortunately. Let's get into some gameplay, see how this bad boy works with the ends plan. Hopefully we'll be able to use it a decent amount. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get into it. And we're back with Ogerbox very shortly after after the last time I was back with Ogerbox. But there have been some very, very important updates to this deck that I'm very excited to share with y'all. So, let's get into it. The big thing is Ends Plan. People started using Ends Plan in this deck, and it actually got quite a bit better. I was at one of the little World Championship tournaments up in Kansas City last weekend. It was really fun, and one of the locals was playing this, and I was like, oh my god, that's really cool. I really like the Ends Plan. I really like all the energy switches. It kind of reminds me of Box. You know, obviously it's very similar. God damn. Wait, Trolley instead of Energy Search Pro? Whoa. Trolley instead of Energy Search Pro. You know this Genesec's getting locked here. I'm just gonna sob this dude until they can do something about it, probably. Precious Trolley. Were any of the Goldengos at Worlds running Precious Trolley? Because that's crazy. That seems wild to me. Now, most Goldengos are running at least one Professor Turo's scenario. So that would be their main way of getting this guy out. Oh, it's Joltik Goldengo. It's the Joltik Goldengo deck. Bro, what the fuck? Okay, I'd heard of this. I didn't think it was actually going to happen. What a weird starting hand. Do that. Now we could lock somebody else in if we wanted to, but I think we want to just lock in Genesect. Do we want a Squawkabilly here? And give up a boss? Do we want to Squawk and give up a boss? Not really. But then if we don't Squawk, we have no way of... Alright, let's do it. Dang it, I really didn't want to, but I think we kind of have to, just to make sure we can set up next turn correctly. Okay. Well, now we have no energies. Okay. Dang it. We could, honestly, I'm okay with this. Just use Squawk and then instantly penny it away. I don't hate that at all. We can Nest Ball for Mew. We'll Ultra Ball away Ogre's Mask and Squawk. I don't really want to give up the Ogre's Mask, especially in this matchup where we want to use our Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. But let's just do that. And then at least we can restart for one. Okay. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Sob, stall. What are you going to do about it, Goldango? What are you going to do? So then we can attach the Prism and then use restart again. I guess we'll see what we top deck. If we top deck a Grass Energy, that would be nice. But we'll see. Got out their Goldango. I think they have all three out now, so they're just gonna instantly go boom, boom, boom. Start drawing cards, and we'll see when they get their Professor Turo scenario, and that will kind of determine what they can do. Because until they get that, I think the plan is literally just to trap them. Trap Genesect until we can get our board state set up to where I'm happy about it. Well, okay, there it is. There she blows then. Gonna get a jolting charge going here, looks like. Okay. Well, do we just sob, trap a Joltik? Well, I guess we'll see what we can do here. Of course they had to have their freaking Turo. Turn 1, turn 2. I hate Goldango so much. And Joltik Box. These decks both just suck. Legacy Energy, that actually fucked us up so badly. Because now we can't attach both and then also restart. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so cool of you to do. Sub. Trap the Joltik. Dang it. Guess now we can Prism next turn and then use Torrential Pump. But fuck. Just like any card that I could have actually used there would have been great, because then I could have restarted and then maybe done something, but whatever. Whatever. I do think Goldango is a really, really good matchup for us. All we're trying to do is get Cornerstone down and start setting it up. Maybe I could have gone Cornerstone instead of Teal Mask here, but are you fucking with me? Are you fucking with me? They start with one of their Turos, and then they Pokegear for their second Turo. Okay, and then they're using Armin. Alright, cool. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? They just get everything they need, and then they have another Turo, so they can just, like... Damn it. What are they doing here? The Bravery Charm onto Joltik. Are they gonna Jolting Charge again? I wonder how many Grass and Lightning energies they play. Probably enough. No, okay. No Jolting Charge. Sweet. Oh, that is so clutch. Thank God. Thank God. Hey, and a Terra Orb. Hell yeah. Now we can go get our Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. And energy switch an energy onto him. And we can Teal Dance another time with this other Ogerpon. Hell yeah. So now I feel like we should just Torrential Pump. Let them take the 2 knockouts. And then we should be in a decent position to set up our Cornerstone next turn. Or we just keep sobbing. But we know they have Turo in their hand. But I think I'd rather make them use Turo. And then they'd only take one prize card with the Legacy Energy. So yeah, I think I'm going to make them use Turo. I'd rather them use their second Turo here than use it on Pikachu or Goldengo later. Because I'm going to be 2-hit KOing everybody. So I want to force them to use that Turo. If possible. Because I don't think they run any switches or anything. Joltik Goldengo. This is so weird. I don't like... It's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. But it's up there. It's up there. Okay, sweet. We got them to use a Turo on their Joltik, and now both of their Turos are gone. Beautiful. And then it'll just be up to, like, how much boss do they have? Can they keep getting around my Cornerstone here? We are giving up 2 of our Prisms and our Legacy, which does suck big time. Could have Torrential pumped them back, but then they would have taken 2 prize cards here, so I think it's worth it to just let them take those energies, and then they only take 1 prize card. They're going to be able to use Topaz Bolt again next turn. So yeah, it'll all just be... Oh, I could have attached another energy and then... Oh, I should have done that. And then Torrential pumped. Yeah, probably should have done that. That's okay. We committed to the... to that play. Alright. Another Cornerstone. Screw it. Toss it down. Give me... That really doesn't matter. We're gonna be researching away anyways. Prism? Prism? Can I get a prism? Can I please get a prism? Okay. Should be alright on that. Go grab those. Do I have my prism left? Yes, we do. Okay, good. That is kind of important. That is kind of important. Okay. Hyper Blower doesn't do much for us. And then now we're just waiting for our prism. Unfortunately, we're just going to kind of let them set up, which sucks. Alright. So maybe I should have done Torrential Pump, knowing that we only have the 4 total special energies. I don't know. That might have been a mistake. We're still getting the hang of this deck. Let's see what they got. Because right now, none of their attackers can hit into Cornerstone. So if they don't have like a lot of bosses, then they're screwed. Let me see if Joltik Dango has made it onto the online decks yet. Joltik Dango. Does not look like it has. Does not look like it has. There's Torterra down here. That's pretty funny. So they had boss. Yeah. Alright. Whatever. Okay. Let's go get Fez. We're running really low on cards. We need to get our Prism Energy. There's an alarm. We did not get our Prism Energy. Dang it. Okay. Iono. Give me that Prism. Give me that Prism. In fact, I think I should get the Prism. Yeah, there it is. It's like, I think mathematically we should be able to get the Prism here. Alright, turned off my other alarm. We're good, we're chilling. Alright, 140. What you got, Goldango? What you got? How many bosses do you have? Slash, can you get another attacker going? Those are the big questions that we need answered. We can't really use Teal Dance too much from here on out. Oh, and we can't even set up this other Cornerstone. I don't know why I actually got it out. That was stupid. That was dumb. Yeah, I really wish I didn't have to freaking put 2 prisms and a legacy on my Wellspring, but I could not find any of my other energies earlier in the game. Thankfully, again, this is a very friendly matchup for us, all because of this guy. Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon is so clutch. So clutch. If they run only Pokemon with abilities, they can't do anything. Yep, see? They're not even drawing cards. They just can't do anything. I don't even think I want to Teal Dance. I just want to attach return regularly. And take out Pikachu. So now I guess they're just waiting for a boss or something to where they can get around me, but I have 7 cards left, a boss, that's big, and then I'm 2-hit KOing these guys. So I just need 4 total turns, and then we're chilling. And they can't do that much dancing around. Even if they like retreat into another one, I'm fine with that. I'll just hit into it, and then if they retreat into another one, then we boss up one of the ones that they gave us, or didn't give us. They might have gone AFK at this point. Which leads me to believe that they do not have many bosses orders in this deck. Or I don't know. I mean, they had such a good start. Like, I kind of thought I was going to lose this one for a minute because of how many resources I had to give up early. But now they're not doing very well. Now they are not doing very well. So, I don't know. I think they might just be trying to time stall me. And that's lame. If you guys are ever in a losing position, just concede. There's no need to do this. It's bullshit, and it's annoying, and it's stupid. But hey, if that's your prerogative, whatever. I'll take the dub. It just makes for not very fun gameplay footage. There we go, finally. Thank you. I appreciate you for conceding. That is game 1 of Ogerbox, and it's a good example of how good of a matchup this deck has with Gholdengo. So keep that in mind. Anyways, on to game 2. Alright. Let's get going. We always want to go second so we can get a sob off on the first turn. Because at the end of the day, this deck capitalizes on making your opponent set up much slower than they would have previously anticipated. So hopefully they leave somebody in the active that they don't want in the active, or they leave things on the bench that they don't want in the active, and then we can iron bundle that up and then sob it. So we have a couple of options here. And if they do leave something that we want to trap, we can nest ball, Teal Mask Ogerpon, Earthen Vessel, get some energies, start Teal Dancing. We can even energy switch. Ooh, okay, Koraidon would be perfect to trap here if we could. I don't know if we will, because they play Latias, so they're going to be able to get it out, but, and I wouldn't be, I feel like Squawkabilly or Teal Mask. Okay, yep, there's Squawk. Not at all surprising. Now I could see Latias or Teal Mask. Okay. Interesting. Not what I would have expected. Maybe they have another nest ball? Whoa! Oh, they're fucked. They're playing Dusk Bolt? What in the actual hell is this? Y'all, I'm on ranked. I'm in Arceus League. I don't know why the first 2 decks that I've played are Joltik Gholdengo and Raging Bolt Dusk Noir. Like, what in the absolute hell? But on their Squawk and Squeeze, Squawk and Seize, they gave up 3 energy retrievals and a PAL pad. That's huge. 3 singular energy retrievals. They're not playing superior energy retrievals, which is wild. Regular energy retrievals. What am I up against here? What am I up against? Alright, sick. Koraidon is in the active. Low key, we could boss something up. Shit. We could. I wouldn't hate it. Let's go ahead and get rid of an Iono for now. Not ideal, but not the worst. Let's go grab those guys. We already have the prism, so we don't need a water. Teal dance, energy switch, and then I think we're chilling. We're just gonna sob this turn. Now, we could boss up Squawk or Dusk, because he could hit for 30 next turn, but only 30, and we're okay with that. So let's just sob and really set our stuff up here. So we're going to be using Lillie's Clefairy a lot in this match, so I want to hold on to that psychic energy. Lillie's Clefairy is going to be our main attacker here. Ogerpon obviously is going to start us off, but yeah, Lillie's Clefairy is going to be the main attacker. So we're going to need to get that bad boy out when we can. Bro, what? Is he going to pop the Dusk? Dude, this is the weirdest deck I've ever seen. Raging Bolt Dusknoir is so out there. They already used a Sada, so they're just getting a Sada for next turn. Do you think they have an energy in hand to actually even hit us for 30? Hit me with the Dusknoir, bro. Cursed Blast me, dude. Cursed Blast me, dude. Oh, man. Pokemon Catcher. Okay. Tails. Ah, fuck you. Alright, whatever. And then end your turn. Come on, do it. End your turn. There it is. Oh, that's too good. That's too good. This is such a bad deck. I'm so sorry, but this is such a bad deck. Okay, hold on to that. But we could Iono here, but we'd give them 3 cards. But we know that we would put a Sada onto the bottom, and it would give us a chance to maybe get a Lillie's Clefairy out. Yeah, because we're going to sob anyways, and just put this Koraidon within torrential pump range. Okay. We need Mew. We don't really need Mew. We could get rid of both of these and go get Lillie's Clefairy and put a Legacy Energy on him. I don't hate that. And then we can just research the next turn. I like that. So we just got to get our Lillie's Clefairy set up. That's the big thing here. We need to be able to one-hit KO their bolts once they get it up. So once they do figure out a way to take out Ogerpon, I want to be able to just instantly swing with Clefairy. I guess we could give them their Prime Catcher, and that would not be very good, but oh well. Forgot that they play that. I did forget that that is their A-Spec. But whatever. Putting their Fez down. Just getting ready to go. Yeah, now I'm just like, ah, shoot, I absolutely forgot that they have Prime Catcher. Okay, they got a Sada, but they have 0 energies in the discard, so they can't use it. Failed on the second Pokegear. That's rough. Gonna be able to Teal Dance. At least get their Ogerpon ready to go if they need it. If they can't attack with a bolt. I'm sure they're probably just trying to find like an Earthen Vessel or something to get an energy in the discard, and then they can Sada, but I hope they don't have that. I hope they don't. Okay, not a bad Iono, from what it seems like. Okay, they did get an Earthen, but do they have an energy to discard with it? That's important. That is important. If they don't, let's go. If they don't, they cannot use Sada. Do you think they're going to attach this to the main Koraidon or to the Bolt? Bolt would be the better move in my opinion, but it would be funnier if they attached it to the main Koraidon. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Would they get out? They did it. They did it. Hit me for 30, baby. Yeah. Woo. Good job. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. Easy enough. Easy. Wow. No freaking energies. Whatever. We did get a boss, though. So I think we just keep sobbing. So then next turn we can retreat into Clefairy, boss up Raging Bolt. Just do that. If they don't get Prime Catcher here. Once again, I mean, with no energies in their discard pile, they can't Sada. They can't Fez. All they can do is attach to Ogerpon with Teal Dance here and hope. And then hit me for 30 if you know. Okay, they finally got a Crispin, so they could hit me for 110 if they wanted to here. They could knock me out. They could pop the Clops and then hit me for 110. I wouldn't hate that. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna go into Bolt? Nope, they're going here. So I'm guessing the Noir hammer in play is in store. Or they could hammer in and then just wait to pop the Clops. It's also not a bad idea. Because then that wouldn't set off my Fezandipiti. But then if I got my penny, which, did I already use my penny? No, that was last game. But if I got my penny, then that would punish them. So they have some choices here. They are gonna do it. All right, they're gonna take the KO here. I'm A-okay with that. A-okay with that. Because that's gonna allow me to take a prize card and use Fezandipiti next turn. And then just instantly boss up their bolts. And then leave them with no, like, viable attacker. He's hitting for a decent amount. He might be able to knock out the Clefairy. But it would only be a one prize knockout. So we do need to get an energy. I did just realize that. We need an energy very badly. Alright. I'm happy with how this is going, though, so far. So we just need an energy off Fez, and then we're good. Come on, you bastard. I really don't want to have to Iono here. Alright, thank God. Wait, no, that's... I wanted to save that for later, but whatever. That's fine. Okay. Boss up him. We will get rid of these two to go get... We'll grab another Clefairy. Okay. Beautiful. 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 And then they can only hit for 110, 30, or I think enough off of the Ogerpon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. They'd be hitting for 210 with the Ogerpon. But again, only taking one prize card. Dusk Noir Bolt. See, that's so, like, I don't know if I like that. Well, I know. I do know. I don't really like this. Because Bolt, you can hit for more than enough, like, any time you want most of the time. And with Bolt, you're also playing some single prize Pokemon. So, I don't quite get it, you know? I don't quite get the point of that, personally. But, whatever. Not my place. I guess. So they can knock me out here, or they could set up another bolt and knock me out that way. Bolt would be great, because then I could just hit him with another Clefairy. But either way, they're taking one prize card, and then we're going to be tied 3-3 prize cards. And then maybe we'll be able to piece together something here. I don't really know. Be nice if we can just get one of our, 5 grass energies that are still in the deck, but whatever. It's fine, I guess. It's fine. Getting rid of a Poke here, dang. It's no fun. For a single grass energy. They are out of energies in their deck. They have so many energies in their hand. They're going with the catcher heads. Oh, I was like, I'd love it if they didn't knock out this Clefairy. And I could just boss up the fucking Bolt, That'd be awesome. Really, really wish that they had flipped heads there on the Pokemon catcher. Dang it. Or put like an iron bundle down or something. Earthen Vessel. They haven't attached returns. They could go Bolt here if they wanted to. But there would be not much of a reason to, other than just keeping these energies on the board for a little bit longer. So maybe that is the right move? I don't really know. Teal lands, they are running out of cards here. Jesus Christ. 5 cards left in the deck. That's crazy. We got 24 cards left in the deck. There's the prime catch. All right, cool. No, we're very cool with that. Keeping the Clefairy on board for another turn is gigantic, especially because we are 1-hit KOing their Bolt, which we can. Bro, what? Oh, they can hit for 220. That's right, 220. Yeah. I was like, I thought they were gonna use Unrelenting Onslaught. I was like, dude, you did not attack with an ancient Pokemon last turn, or at least one that isn't Koraidon. Beautiful. All right, that's fine. Don't give a shit about that. And now we boss up Bolts. Set him up. Just instantly. Give me that guy. Do that. I think if anything, we're going to go research next turn. Bloodmoon Ursaluna out. Hit for 400. Now we just need to take one more knockout. So, ideally, they take out this Clefairy, and then we instantly just push in Ursaluna. Go bang, bang, bang. Let's see what they got. So they're hitting for 180 if the opponent has no energies. Okay, now they're hitting for 210. So now they can just boss up one of these guys and take them out and win the game. Dang it. Pokemon catcher. Oh, Jesus. Tails. Fuck. Alright, and that's the game. Dang it. Well, we were close. We were close. Not a terrible run there. Just a bit unfortunate. We lost to the fucking Noir Bolt. That's okay. That was a fun game. We'll include it, and we will move on to game 3. Okay, let's hope that we can do something here. I've been on a streak of matches that y'all are not gonna see, where I've just had terrible luck on the hand or terrible luck on the opponent every single time. And I think I have terrible luck on the opponent again here. I can't get this third fucking game of gameplay. This is pissing me off. It's literally either every time the worst hand I could possibly have or the worst opponent I could possibly have. And then I played fucking Goldengo, and then I couldn't get a Prism Energy for my Cornerstone. Ooh, Clam Pearl. Okay, this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Unlike the World Championships last weekend, which in my opinion was easily the most boring tournament in terms of meta that I have ever seen in my goddamn life. I've never seen a tournament where I disliked literally every single one of the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 decks. The top 12 decks I absolutely despise. Like, oh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. And I know they're not making this just for me or whatever, but like, do y'all really want to see 22.5% Goldengo? Is that something that you would want to see? Could Squawkabilly here. Like, that's not something I want to see. 22% Goldengo. 17% Polt Noir. 17% Polt Noir. And then, of course, what, 12% Guardy. 10% Bolt. 10% Raging Bolt. And then it drops under, like, 5% for the rest of the shit. So it's literally, like, there are 5 decks that you can play where you have, like, a chance to win. 5 decks. No, sorry. I'm bad at math. 4 decks. 4 decks out of 721 players. 4 decks make up, do quick math, 20, 30, 40, 63% of the fucking tournament is 4 decks. That's the worst meta I've ever seen in my goddamn life. By far. That is the most top-heavy, awful meta I have ever seen in my life. And it makes it worse for me personally that I absolutely despise all 4 of the top 4 decks. Like, I cannot express how disappointing this World Championships was, especially after last year, where we got a freaking Iron Thorns champion. Like, that's awesome. Ugh, so frustrating. Just so frustrating. I hope there are other people who are in the same boat as me, because I'm like, I can't be the only one who just thoroughly did not enjoy this World Championships. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions. I'm curious. I might be in the minority here, and if I am, whatever, I'm okay with that. But I hate it. I hated it so much. I thought it was absolutely terrible. Okay. Are we out of... Did we prize 2 Teal masks again? We've done that before. We prized 2 Teal masks again. What the fuck? How did we do that? We played 3. We prized 2. That's so rude. Let's get bundled down in case we need it. And then we'll Iono. And then we can pop the bundle to get it off the board to not give them an easy prize card. Be nice if I can get another Teal Mask Ogerpon out, but I cannot. Let's see who they'll give me off the Hyper Blower here. Because if they can give me Clamperl or Varoom, that'd be huge. I'd assume they would go with Wailmer. But Clamperl or Varoom would be huge. Maybe I should have... Oh, I should have popped the blower before I attached for turn, because then I could have had the option of using either the Teal Mask to knock out the Wailmer. Oh, okay. They gave me Clamperl. We're good. We're chilling. Does Wailmer have an ability? Does Wailmer have an ability? Or Wailord, sorry. Wailord. No, okay. So Cornerstone is of no use to us. But we could Terra Orb for, fuck it, I guess another Cornerstone. Alright, fuck me in the ass. Never mind then. Alright, beautiful. And they're just going to let us take out Clamperl and Varoom all in one go. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let me take that 2 Prizer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Hey, and there's an energy that we like. 2 energies that we like, actually. Not one of our 2 Teal Mask Ogerpons that are still in here, but whatever. Be nice if I can get a... They put Whalmer up? They're not even going to attack with Crustal? Or, Jesus Christ. Fezandipiti, I mean? Okay. Okay. We can do that, and then we can just trap them at least. Not that it really matters. Oh, they're going to do a little Team Evo in. Okay, so then we could boss up and trap one of these guys. Whichever seems the best, probably Archabax. Or Revavroom. Revavroom can't attack. So then we could just sob. And sob and sob and sob. Because I don't know if they have any like switch options. We could win this just by sobbing, potentially. Because I don't know if they'd be able to attack with Revavroom. I think it takes just like a single steal. And then I guess it would just determine on if they have a Professor Turo scenario or not. They might. They might play Turo. But yeah, back to my Worlds rants. I'm so upset with the current format, and I think I'm just going to have to play Crustal for the time being, because even Typhlosion just isn't quite there yet. I think it needs freaking a card that we were promised so long ago. It needs motherfucking Psyduck. That's it. That's the Pokemon I was trying to think of. It needs Psyduck. Oh, that Earthen Vessel's so clutch. That Earthen Vessel is so clutch. Let's do... So we have the Prism in hand. Let's do that, and then... we need another energy switch if we want to pull it off, though. That's okay. Do that. We could either stall him, or we could boss up Artabax, or Huntail, or Varoom. If they evolve, that takes away the Sob. That's my only issue. If they evolve, that takes over the Sob. So I think I'd rather do Huntail. Hit him for 20, and then we can hit him, and then Varoom, or him, and Archabax maybe next turn. So in case we get Iono'd, we'll go ahead and energy switch. And then max they're doing to us is 80 here. And we're putting Huntail within Torrential Pump range. Alright, I'm okay with that. Let's see what they got in hand. Trying to set up another 2 prize turn for myself. Okay, Rivavroom is down. So that's another option to stall, where they legitimately just can't attack us. Let's see if they have a switch or something here with Arven. Ultra Ball and Heavy Baton. Okay, okay. Ultra Ball for the Baxcalibur. I wonder how many energies they have in hand. If they have 3, they could hit us for 80, but then they would be putting 3 very important energies onto Huntail, which I'm sure they would rather not do. And then we can just boss up Revavroom and start stalling. And I think that might, like... I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Because we could... I don't know. God dang it. We have a lot of options. We could Torrential Pump, but I don't really want to. I'd rather not. I think bossing up the Revavroom and just sobbing until they can beat it is going to be the move. I think we sob until they have Turo, until they have Switch. Or we sob twice into Revavroom and then Torrential Pump and take out him and Huntail. And then that makes their Wailord play a lot tougher. Like, a lot tougher. Okay. Research. Don't really need that right now. Let's get rid of Cornerstone. Get those two out. Do that. Give me him. And let's see if you got a Turo. That's gonna be the name of this game. Is do we think that Wailord plays a Turo, a Professor Turo scenario? That will be potentially the determining factor of this game. Potentially the determining factor. So let's see. Let me see if I can find a Wailord deck online. Let me see. It's not very good, so I wouldn't be shocked if there just wasn't one. Yeah, there isn't one. Nobody's played Wailord to an online tournament, shockingly enough. Oh, Wailord. Alright. What you got? You can evolve into another Wailord, but that's if they attach an energy to Revavroom. And they do need a Steel Energy to attack with it, so we are safe from being hit by Revavroom ever. And then we can do this neat thing where we just kind of keep stalling. we just kind of keep stalling. Ooh, yes, please. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Nice. Nice, nice. It's like Clefairy and Bloodmoon are going to be our ways that we can take out a Wailord. Could have put Clefairy down and energy switched onto him, but that's okay. I really don't think they have a way out of this, I'm not going to lie. And they only have 12 cards left in deck, so we really don't even have to stall for that long. 2 energies in the discard pile. And they're just going to pass. So now, we could. We'll go ahead and do this. Go ahead and Prism there. Teal Dance. We could Torrential Pump and take out Revavroom and Huntail at once. And then hope we can get a Boss's Orders afterwards to just clean up the Fezandipiti. Do that. Do that. Okay. And then we'll Iono. I want to hold on to that penny. Do a little Iono action, see if we can get a boss, because a boss would guarantee us the win. It's kind of the idea here. Alright, and then we'll Torrential Pump, take 2 prize cards once again. Yes. I'd like to shuffle Prism. I would like to shuffle that. I would like to shuffle that back in. I will leave the grass on it. 100 there, 120 there, and then we just need to find a Boss's Orders, and then we're good. Beautiful. This deck does very, very well against, like, off-meta decks. There are my 2 Teal Mask Ogerpons. Jesus Christ. Alright, and then we should have 1 boss left, and we just need to find that. So, let's see if we can do it. Should be able to not put the nest, not put the Ogerpon down, right? Use the nest ball, fail to find. Put Ogerpon down. Ultra Ball away some stuff. Get whatever is in the deck out of the deck. Earthen Vessel away that Pokemon. Get whatever energies are in the deck out of the deck. Teal Dance twice. And then Fezandipiti. And then we'll be able to look through a decent amount of the deck. Maybe we Fez first because we know we just Iono'd not boss's orders to the bottom of the deck. So maybe we just chill. Because we can push up Bloodmoon. Oh, they're going to Iono Force. Okay, that's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing. It just pushes us even a little bit further towards a boss. Okay, nope. So now we only have Fezandipiti. And then we'll see what we get off Fezandipiti. Thankfully, Bloodmoon here is going to be able to knock out Wailord. Is Clefairy? Clefairy's hitting for... I mean, it doesn't really matter. We have free retreat. Free retreat. Okay, I like that. I like that. Do a little dancing. Oh, we can't use Bloodmoon yet. Duh. It's going to take a second to use Bloodmoon. Okay. Come on, boss right here. Oh, close. Close. We're hitting for 160 right now. Or we just retreat into Ogerpon. Oh yeah, we can actually get out another Ogerpon too. Another Teal Mask finally. So we're hitting for 330 there. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's go Legacy there. And then Research. Sweet. Then Teal Dance. Then we got the boss. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, they just conceded. I was like, we're doing pretty good here. That will be our final game. We only got 3 games in here, but they were quite long. So I hope you enjoyed them. That was the new and improved Ogerbox with End's Plan that we didn't really get to use that much, but really, really fun deck, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Back to the other tie. And that was the new and improved Ogerpon Box deck with End's Plan. Let me know what y'all think about this deck. I think it is so fun. I really feel like this is still a deck that you can counter damn near every matchup, and you have the ability to win damn near every matchup. Crustle, Raging Bolt, and Guardy are easily going to be the toughest ones for us, but you still have a chance at those matchups, which I really, really like. I think if you're considering taking this to a cup or a challenge or a casual league, I would heavily encourage this. I think it's perfect for local play. Don't know how it's going to be on the big stage. I don't know if it's going to be good in any regionals or anything. I'd be a little bit surprised. I'm sure you'll see it pop up every once in a while. It's just not good enough into Guardy to survive in this meta, which is really, really unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it is. Other than Guardy, Crustle, and Raging Bolt, though, you have a 50-50 matchup or better into damn near every other top 10 to 15 deck in the meta. So if you are willing to sacrifice your Crustle and your Guardy and your Raging Bolt matchups, for the most part, you can still win sometimes, but it's going to be tough. If you're willing to do that, you are going to have a good spread into like the rest of the decks. Because we have Lillie's Clefairy, we can take care of Dragapult usually. Because we have so many Teal Mask Ogerpons, we can take care of Charizard and Marnie's Grimmsnarl and Cynthia's Garchomp usually. So like you do have solid matchups with this deck. And that's all I got. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Ogerpon Box down in the comments. Am I lazy for doing this video so soon after my last Ogerpon Box video? Let me know. I saw the End's Plan. I was like, dang it. I wish I had seen that before I made my video a few weeks ago. Shit. Because I like this End's Plan run so much more. I like it so much more. So let me know what y'all think, if you would consider playing this down in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. Also, real quick, I want to hear what you guys think about the World Championships. I personally thought they were extremely underwhelming, and I despise the current meta. But I just wanted to put this in here just as a I want to hear what you guys think. I really want to see if I'm alone on this. And thank you so much for watching. Y'all are absolutely incredible. I cannot thank you guys enough. If you're still here, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, join the Totodile gang. I would just appreciate it so much. And if you really want to support the channel, you can join the channel membership, get videos early, get extra emotes during stream. If you join at a certain level, you get a custom Totodile gang card. So take a look into that, see if it's worth it for y'all. If you do, I will be forever grateful. A huge shout out to my current channel members: Wes Reacts, Plus Ultra G, Justin G, Chef Husky, and Dominicis. Y'all are absolutely incredible, and I just thank you. But yeah, I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see y'all next time. Peace out.